Okay, so again, we're going to do tributaries of Lynx Creek, and the reason I'm doing it is because we have water in these. You can see this schisty looking bedrock, and the bedrock moves right under the creek here. And in this area, you know, you're not going to find a lot of gold. It's really spotty, but when you do find it, you usually find larger pieces. And that's why I'm checking around in here today. And I probably only got about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 hours to work. My last video, we were checking tributaries as well. And we did okay in one spot. But I got so darn busy, I didn't record much of it. So, I don't know, we'll see how we do. Okay, so what we're doing today is working pretty darn hard for a lot of nothing. So what I'm doing now is I'm making my way down another one of these feeder creeks. They all feed Lynx Creek, and it's very, very spotty and hit and miss, but it's really worth having a look around. And the water is helpful in some ways, and in other ways, when there's no water, you can go ahead and do some serious digging and hit some bedrock, and if it's been relatively untouched, you can get some pretty nice gold off it. But there's been, you know, again, good rains this year, and I'm gonna try busting up some bedrock in this particular area behind me, and I'll show you what I'm breaking up. And I don't know, hopefully we'll get some, but the other thing about it is you get nice pieces here if you do find it. So it's oftentimes worth the effort. Okay, so here's the bedrock that I'm speaking of. You can see it, we've got some puddles to work with. I brought a very small pan. A lot of this stuff is recent. Now if I can find some areas where there's some creases and you know they haven't been broken up before, some of this area looks like it has possibilities, and my crevice tool will really come in handy for that. You know, when it is dry here, I think it's worth to go into the bank a ways, and because that's where you'll find a lot of bedrock that was formerly exposed and then just got covered over by deposition. Okay, so thus far we are getting skunked. And there's nothing wrong with getting skunked because it's called gold prospecting, which means you're looking for new areas. I mean, we could go a half hour from here and we could find some gold for sure. However, I found gold in this, out of desperation, in this feeder by doing something I thought was odd. This bedrock, as you can see, it's not especially rough, but I'm able to remove the surface material, but this is hard pack on top of this. So I'm thinking it was laid down a fair, number of years ago, and probably during a flood event when this thing really ran. And one day I was having one of these days, and so what I decided to do was just slide over this, relatively smooth, but there are some cuts in it, and there's some dips. You can see how it extends out into here, into the creek. but these roots have been in place a long time. No trees were harmed in this video. This is mostly varieties of grass and probably a few, you know, stretches, but I don't mess with anything that's, you know, substantial to the tree, any trees in the area. But so I'm going to dig this material, and it's a different color than the soil above it. You can see that if you look, it looks lighter. It just has a lighter look to it than the regular surface material. So I'm going to go ahead and start processing this, because this got me some gold before, and actually a few okay pieces. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, as you can see, I have been busy at it on some adjacent bedrock, and so I got a couple of little flecks, but then I got a much nicer piece. There it is. So my desperation plan, you know, it worked, so hopefully we'll get some more, because I'm just now getting over the bedrock. I had to do quite a bit of digging. But that's actually a nice piece, because it's one of those rounded pieces, so it has greater weight, and it's very pretty, super clean gold. So anyways, we dug hard and furious. We didn't find very much gold, you know, but it was still a good day to get out here and have a look around. I might come back to this spot when the creek is completely dry. Sometimes there'll be some puddles up a ways, and I can dig a really deep hole and get to some of the bedrock that maybe the old timers miss, because my brother and I had an excellent day here when he was out, and I've had some other really great days here, but boy, I'll tell you, it is scattered, you know, and you'll find it here and there. But we did find that one nice piece that I showed you, really pretty clean gold here. That's another reason I like looking around here. It's just really just super clean. It's traveled, I think I know where it's traveled from. It's traveled about 3 miles, but regardless, it was still a great day. We're at the end of the day, and I'm going to wrap it up and hike out of here. Thanks for watching.